Okay, Taurus, here we go. Excited to be here in Taurus season. I've been meditating into the energy of Taurus for the last week or so, and as I've done that, I feel like quite a few blocks have come through actually for Taurus energy, and this is kind of surprising to me because I've always seen Taurus as being very consistent, very together, opulent in terms of their desires and their goals and their standards that they set for themselves and others. So it's really interesting as I was meditating into the Taurus energy that I found some issues kind of everywhere in the body and mind. So first of all, the first one I want to talk about is in the chakras. So in your energies, what I feel is that there's some kind of block for some of you going on in the Svadhisthana, so your sacral chakra, and this affects your vital energies, your primal life force energy, your creative energies, your sexual energies. They're all the same thing. So your vital life force energy for some of you is a little low. Looks like some of you had, or feels more like some of you have had some kind of a setback. So it feels to me like this setback is really in relation to kind of your projects, but also, or the things that you might be working on, but also more so it's the way that other people might respond to those things and see those ideas that you have and see what you're working on. And there's underneath this, there's a little bit of an area of low self-esteem, okay, of the lack of belief in oneself and the value in oneself. So that does come up as I feel into it today. The other thing is, the other area in the chakras or in your energies is in the throat. So for some of you, that's affecting your ability to really speak your truth clearly, concisely, and feel like you're being listened to and valued. And then also in your ability to hear and understand truth and be able to relate that into your experience, your ability to hear from spirit and to receive guidance for yourself. So those are the things that come through as I meditate on that today. In the physical body, I see that there's a few areas of detoxification. Okay, so one of these is literally in the physical body for some of you. So this is going to look like you being a little bit under the weather, a little bit under par at the minute, and there's a need for detoxification. For some of you it is physical. So I know the things that I need to be doing, and yet I'm kind of drawn to this other thing here, and not being disciplined enough. Okay, this word discipline is going to come up again in the reading today. So there's a little bit of this energy in the physical body. For some of you, it sits more in the mental body of being trapped in cycles that aren't productive, going over and over things in your mind, analyzing things. It's real kind of Aquarian energy heading into Taurus is what I feel. Just overthinking things and ending up going a little bit down the gurgler with that, like not being able to sort of pull yourself back and regain that good ground. Yeah, it does actually feel like you've taken a bit of a hit. So the other area, of course, is in the emotional body. So I have drawn some cards for you today, and I will bring them up as I go. For the emotional sort of state, it looks like there is this underlying sort of focus, or it's sort of like a self-focus where that feeling of not being good enough is expressing itself in the way that we connect to other people and the way that we connect to understanding ourselves as spiritual beings and on this planet, to be able to really thrive, and also to give out of our essential core energies, be able to participate in the ascension collectively. So there is this kind of, this feeling of something happening that's impacting into the self-esteem. So there is this reminder here that says, unconditional love. My heart is free from resentment towards others. This comes a lot from that energy of comparison. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I am aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people. I see the pure child in everyone, and I practice forgiveness. So that's the one that's come up today in relation to that. So in the spiritual energies, and kind of in terms of really where you're feeling Taurus in relation to your life path, A couple of cards came through from the Witch's Tarot. This is Cloak and also Power. So in the cloak card, this is around the energy of concealment. So it could be that you feel that you have something that you'd like to share and offer, or you have something that you're working on, and you're unwilling to offer that into the collective because of the things that we talked about before, because of the self-esteem, the feeling perhaps of lack of trust, of not being accepted or heard or understood completely. For others of you, there is a need to conceal. There is actually a need to kind of go within and to keep some things to yourself at the minute, while they're still being cooked, while they're still being worked on, while they're still marinating, to keep some of those energies to yourself, keep some of those things that are dropping in for your guidance and wisdom, keep it until it's cooked, and then we present that to the world. So for some of you, as I say, more extroverted, it's often about needing to be a little more guarded in what we share and how we share it. And for others that are maybe introverted or more on the empathic side, there's a need to come out of yourself a little bit more and start to jump back into the game of life and play flat out again. All right, we do this one today. I am a magnet for miracles and creative solutions. Yes. Also, we have over here vitality. I'm a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body, and every one of my cells regenerates. This is what I was talking about before in the area of detoxification. So a little bit of a focus to just pay attention. Taurus is well known for loving its beautiful things, beautiful people, beautiful places, and sometimes can be prone to indulgences. All right, so just for those of us that are kind of, tempted to overindulge at this time, we've got a couple of cards here for you. One of them is discipline, okay? So this affects all of the Taurus collective. Discipline energy. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. For some of us, it's about continuing forward, taking action, taking steps, and reminding ourselves it doesn't matter if it's a small step, it's taking a step, it's moving forward in a forward direction, and we're taking action. For others, it's around actually applying discipline to some areas of your life and of your expression, of your experience, because as I say, there's a tendency to be a little overindulgent with some things, and the card discipline has come up for the collective today. As well, for some of you, not all of you, something that you're contemplating, the answer is no. Sorry. And what we know about that, of course, is that this kind of pause from the universe isn't a denial, it's a delay, and it's for a reason. There'll be much higher ground to be gained if we're able to sometimes sit into our experience, and rather than try to continuously optimize, to be able to sit into a no, sit into a pause. This whole energy around the pace that we live at, and the need for space, the need for time to be able to calibrate, the need for time to be able to reflect. When there's space, there's possibility, there's options. When there's condensed energy and contraction, we just don't have the same flow in our lives. So if you are at a pause, at a crossroads, and you feel like you have been stopped for another reason that's not yourself and your own desires, then just feel into that gently. Some of you too, working with the energy of injury or illness, it's also a reminder to check into this, to sit and to wait for the lesson and the guidance in this situation, to be able to surrender. So we do have this come through also from Nature's Spirit. We have our medicine. So that's a beautiful reminder to come back inside. So the reading actually says, wisdom, illumination, intuition, clairvoyance, and deep insight abound. Go within. Profound majesty and grace is available to you simply by pulling your awareness inward. Ancient knowledge is emerging within you. You know the truth. Trust your perception. You are a truth seeker and a truth sharer. Nurture the feminine spirit within you. So that's a beautiful reminder. Come back into the divine feminine. Spend a little bit of time nurturing the self and being able to open to spirit, open to guidance. Over here as well, we have this reminder. It's beautiful. My body is happy, healthy, and thriving, and so it is. So please remember to take care of yourself physically, mentally. Remember discipline, and remember keeping a track on the way that we're thinking and feeling, so that we're not caught in any loops and anything negative in our mind. We're manifesting very, very quickly in this current energy. So, as well, in the sort of spiritual energies, there's this card showing up. So, it's the final one I'll offer today from the Witch's Tarot again. Okay, so for some of us in the Taurus collective, there is this idea around power. So, that looks different for every person, looks different for every single Taurus, is going to have a different feeling about what power looks like. What power looks like in general, and what power looks like for you as Taurus collective. So I just want to have a little bit of a check into that, because there needs to be a balance for some of us, all right, around this energy of power, because some of us are overextending the pursuit of power and becoming dogmatic, or becoming a little bit overbearing, or that power need, or that power desire is becoming out of balance. Let's just say that's a nicer way of putting it. And for others of us in the Taurus collective, this is more so about feeling like we don't have power. So just remember that there is a whole campaign going on constantly to keep us from feeling peaceful and powerful. So we feel the opposite, anxious and powerless. All right, remember, we are powerful beyond measure, and that our growth and our enlightenment is learning, one, to stand and walk in that power, and learning, two, to be able to manage that correctly without corruption. So for some of us, it's actually learning to stand up and remembering who we are, and kind of really working with this energy of self-esteem once and for all, and being able to take your place in the collective and not feel knocked back, for no reason. For others, it's about managing your power, making sure that we're not in a situation where we are wielding power in a way that's abusive. So that's all I have for you today, Taurus. So many blessings, and if you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, whether you're Taurus or not, hit me up. Love you.